My colleague Akash Sharma is now with us on the broadcast. Akash, Jhajjar in Haryana seems to be the epicenter. We are putting out this other image that you have got for our viewers. What was your experience of the tremors when it hit?
Oh, I'm at the airport, Greha, and really it was a strong one. And, after effects were there, vibrations were felt. And in fact, at this point in time, as far as Delhi airport is concerned, so people are in fear. In fact, they are checking the website as to what was the epicenter and what was the intensity of this earthquake. But this is for the benefit of our viewers as far as this earthquake is concerned. So epicenter, as you rightly pointed out, it was in Jhajjar. Jhajjar is very close to the national capital and, in fact, is in Haryana. 4.4 was the intensity. And in fact, the vibrations were felt at 9:04 a.m. This morning. Also, Greha, as far as Delhi is concerned, so we know that Delhi is earthquake prone. It lies in seismic zone 4.
Yes.
And the city, as far as this particular city is concerned, so we know that how it is very much close to the tectonic plate boundary of Himalaya, where the Indian plate, collides with the Eurasian plates, and several other theories are there. We all have read this particular theory in the childhood. But there are several sort of dangers that are associated with the earthquake. People are generally advised to, go in an open area whenever they feel earthquake and whenever, they feel sort of vibrations. And this is not the first time. We have seen in the past that how Delhi have received the similar sort of experiences. Because it lies in seismic zone 4, there is, O zone where NGT and several sort of other agencies have stressed that people should, vacate those areas, and, it has got a larger consequence and several other things. So this time around, no initial report of any sort of damage to property or life,
Okay.
but we'll wait for an update from the authorities as well. And also, there is a general advisory by the NCS as well that people should always, come out in an open space. They should not use lift. They should hide, under a heavy object like a table or a bed whenever, they have this sort of experience. But once again, 4.4 was the intensity. It was, in fact, the epicenter was near Jhajjar of Haryana. Jhajjar is very close to the western part of Delhi, and no report of any sort of damage to the property or life at this point in time. Greha.
Thankfully, that's a silver lining. Akash, do stay on with us. Let's get in people's reaction on how they experienced the strong tremors and what did they have to say.
मौसम खराब है, इसकी वजह से भी हो सकता है।
कैसा लगा आपको?
डर लगा था काफी, ऐसे गाड़ी हाली थी।
गाड़ी में आप बैठे थे?
हाँ, मैं गाड़ी में बैठा था, गाड़ी हिली थी।
तेज झटके महसूस?
हाँ, काफी तेज था।
काफी तेज था।
हाँ जी।
अभी क्योंकि बारिश भी हो रही है, मौसम भी ठीक नहीं है, तो क्या ऐसे में लगता है कि भूकंप आना
तो ठीक नहीं है, भूकंप आना ठीक नहीं है, तो प्रकृति के लिए भी बहुत खराब है और इंसानियत के लिए भी खराब है।
क्या कुछ सावधानी?
Our colleagues Shrishti and Akash continue to be with us on the broadcast. We can see these reactions. We will, of course, be playing out these very reactions of people who have felt these strong tremors early this morning, who are in the national capital region. Shrishti, you were telling us about your own experience, and we have seen how it was raining badly since last night. But so far, we do not see any connect, whether it is about how the weather conditions are to an earthquake. Usually what happens, because like Akash was mentioning, Delhi is in that seismic zone, and that is why we see these recurring earthquakes, particularly in the NCR region. But what explains this one in particular, and considering it has come very, very close on the heels of the last one?
Yes, Greha. So, like we were talking about, Delhi is, Delhi lies in the seismic zone 4, which indicates a high risk of seismic activity. So, we do observe these tremors on and off. I think the last one before this was on July 6th. So that was also 3.4 on the measurement scale. Again, mild tremors. We may not have felt that, but this time I think the tremors were very evident in terms of how the buildings also swayed. And these are, these minor quakes keep on happening. As of now, I think Akash also pointed out that we haven't seen much. There are not any reports of any destruction as yet. The link with weather is not really established. I mean, because Delhi does not really lie on any fault lines, but it is very close to several active fault lines in the Himalayan region, so which makes it very vulnerable to these tremors. But I think most important is that we now should take this into consideration while we build the new buildings around the city. Delhi is anyways a very vulnerable area when it comes to all these disasters, and earthquake is one of the things that we really need to be prepared about. As of now, I think that's the information we have.
Okay.
And yes, people need to be really aware, and as is when they hear when they feel the tremors, they need to really step out of the buildings.
Akash, when we say that the epicenter was close to Jhajjar, now we are getting in details that this was exactly 10 kilometers north of Jhajjar and the depth was 10 kilometers. What exactly does this signify and what does it say about the expanse in which the tremors might have been felt?
I cannot hear you properly, Greha, but Jhajjar is very close. I was mentioning it earlier. And as far as details of this particular earthquake, are concerned, so the depth was 10 kilometer, and it was close to Jhajjar, not exactly Jhajjar, but close to Jhajjar. Jhajjar is a locality near West Delhi, and as far as the history is concerned, and as far as records are concerned, so Shrishti was pointing out that how it is not the very first time. In fact, in the year 2025. Last month also there were reports, and in the last few months we have seen a number of earthquakes, and Delhi is very close to the fault lines, and the Delhi fault belt, if I'm not wrong, they call it, is very close. In fact, is passing through very close to the Delhi area, and that's why they call it, that Delhi, lies in a region where you can see experiences and you can feel experiences, you can have experiences like such. This time around, if at all we are going to see any sort of efforts by the authorities, because it's raining in Delhi since morning, and yes, there are no reports of destruction, but if at all we have the agencies on ground, because water logging and everything else is being reported. The priority is, of course, to save people, to save, lives. And this is the reason why there are some sort of advisories, issued by the agencies like NCS. And they have been, in fact, issuing these advisories, on and off. We have seen that how efforts are being made, in fact, by the district administration as well, as far as, the conditions here in the national capital are concerned, because, it has been more than 12 hours since when we are seeing, the rainfall, and these vibrations were just an add-on to the sort of things that Delhi is experiencing at this point in time. No loss to the life or the property.
Absolutely,
this
and that is
what
is something that is really relieving to hear. Right now, we would like to reiterate for our viewers, this earthquake hit very, very close to Jhajjar. 10 kilometers north of Jhajjar is where the epicenter was. This is measured 4.4 on the Richter. The depth was 10 kilometers, and that's why we did feel strong tremors in the entire national capital region at 9:04 for an earthquake tremors that lasted for more than 15 seconds. With that, we go into a very, very short break.